StoryGamer.
An American army is fighting for you.
1941, a date which will live.
Note that the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. These forces met their mark.
We have declared war on Vietnam.
But we don't plan to surrender either.
We are going to win.
Proportions and would lead to World War III.
Allied air forces began an attack on military
Decide that in the 21st century that America...
March 5th, 2052, the United States has officially closed.
The United States will go ahead with a national quarantine. The new plague virus.
Disaster sweeping the state.
Right here, pull over. All right, ain't nothing in there.
War never changes. It was the inevitable result of the path humanity had chosen. Everyone who entered into the conflict expected victory. Everyone was optimistic. But as the hostilities escalated, optimism faded, and society began to collapse. The great vaults were built to house the wealthy, the powerful, the influential, and those deemed necessary to their survival. Inside, resources and technology were stockpiled, a final defense against the coming Holocaust. With the past behind them and the present destroyed, they looked to the future. The sturdy Vault Zero was to be the nucleus of the Vault network, housing the greatest leaders, artists, and scientists. The inhabitants of Vault Zero were to reunite the vaults and lead the people to a new life, a new world. But after the bombs, the world would be a harsh one. To ensure the creation of a post-nuclear utopia, the Vault dwellers would need help. Machinery was constructed to tame a land hardened by the ravages of war, then tempered by nuclear winter. But plans were barely in place when the first missiles left the silos. During the destruction, communication between the vaults ceased. Entire vaults were lost. Those that survived were on their own. Not all vaults succumbed to the machinations of war. On North America's west coast, one group of military vault dwellers emerged almost unscathed. They surveyed the wasteland and squared their shoulders for the task ahead. These dedicated survivors salvaged the technology from the vaults. Technology that was studied, replicated, and fiercely guarded. For they knew that while their power came from numbers, their future lay in scientific knowledge. In time, they formed the Brotherhood of Steel. The Brotherhood used their knowledge to drive back the atrocities of the wasteland, proclaiming themselves the technological saviors of mankind. They scoured the land in search of more technology, raiding mutant camps, bandit towns, and the broken remains of other vaults. But even they could not keep pace with the high tolls demanded by life in the wasteland. The Brotherhood found themselves at odds with their need for new blood versus their code of technological secrecy. The debate was lengthy. Finally, the elders ruled against sharing the technology with outsiders, convinced that they would endure as they had before. Further discussion was discouraged, and the elders ordered the minority on a mission across the wastes. Super mutants, the foot soldiers of a conquered army, had been forced into a retreat across the mountainous barrier to the east. The Brotherhood constructed airships and dispatched the minority to track down and assess the extent of the remaining super mutant threat. But disaster struck while crossing the Great Mountains. A great storm gripped the main airship and flung it far from its course. The mighty ship was badly damaged. The smaller sections were torn from the main craft, never to be seen again. Many of the expedition's leaders were lost to the winds. The fraction of the crew that still survived struggled to keep their ship aloft before finally crashing on the outskirts of a once thriving metropolis, a city once called Chicago. Broken, scattered, and scarred, they took stock of the situation and once again squared their shoulders to the task ahead. The Brotherhood had much to offer the surrounding villages. They traded advanced medicines in exchange for food and labor. They traded protection from bandits in exchange for new recruits. In time, their ranks began to swell. Separated by distance and ideology from the main Brotherhood forces, the minority was free to forge a new Brotherhood of Steel, one that reflected the ideals they had strived for all along. However, one's future in the wasteland is never certain, for an old power has awakened, also bent on making this land its own. Life in the Brotherhood is about to change.
Ten hut! All right, you mutated redneck green-skinned sacks of irradiated flesh, listen up! I am Paladin Rychek. I am in charge of training you backward maggots in the art of war and survival. In my time in the Brotherhood, I have personally trained more than 50 initiates, and I am proud to say almost 14 of them are still alive and kicking. The elders have ordered me to mold you flabby, hip-slapping, berry-picking, rat-rubbing Brahmin kissers into capable warriors. And I am going to do it, even if it kills you. I will teach you how to eat, sleep, walk, talk, shoot, spit like a Brotherhood soldier. First level of training will be recruitment detail. You'll go to the surrounding villages and see what able-bodied primates are ready for an honest life's work. It is your duty to remind the village elders that if they want continued protection from the scum of this world, they will uphold their end of the bargain by providing resources and their best and brightest for Brotherhood training. Now get your weak-kneed, superstitious, soft-skinned, uneducated butts to the armory. You will be issued basic weapons and armor. There are 3 simple rules to follow with Brotherhood equipment. If you damage your weapon, you will spend a week in the box. If you damage your armor, you will spend a week in the box. If you lose either, I'll kill you myself. And one final thing, ladies. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Steel.
At ease, Initiate. My name is General Barnaky. I will be giving you your orders before every mission. But before that, I'd like to personally welcome you aboard. Considering that the Brotherhood basic training attrition rate is 85%, you should be very proud of yourself. Now, on to business. 2 nights ago, raiders invaded the resource-rich tribal village of Brahmanwood. Their losses have been heavy, and they are now ready to accept the Brotherhood's conditions for protection. We will return their lands and rescue these primitive people in exchange for food and a portion of their older children for new recruits. We must expand our ranks to meet our objectives, which makes every village count. I don't know what is driving the raiders this close to our base of operations, but they have been punishing the surrounding area. Brahmanwood is one of many villages that is now occupied by raiders. The inhabitants that did not escape have been slain or imprisoned. Make no mistake, Initiate, they have killed a fair amount of our brothers. Do not underestimate them. You will take your squad to Brahmanwood, locate and eliminate the leader of the group of raiders. Once he is removed, his followers will surely fall into disarray. You will then use the Brotherhood's superior might and intellect to butcher the remaining criminals. This is a standard assault mission, so consult the map in your Pip-Boy for the latest intelligence on the area. One more thing, warrior. You must ensure that the village elder survives. He is the key to our plans for this town. According to the local tribal custom, he alone deals with outsiders. Without him, we can have no agreement with the rest of the tribe. Dismiss.
Greetings to the Brotherhood of Steel. You are speaking with Charon, elder and tribal father to Brahmanwood. You have arrived none too soon. Our village has fallen to raiders who rode out of the darkness. Some of my people escaped death or bondage by fleeing into the wasteland, but without tools and shelter. This must be the doing of the Brahmin god of fate. With the bandits we trade away our present. In the Brotherhood we trade away our future. Very well, Initiate. I fully agree to your terms, but I fear this decision will haunt me till I reach the eternal grazing field in the heavens. Our villagers are being held prisoner in the camp. Save them, and you will have more people to aid your cause. Lose them, and you will be cutting Brahmin from your own herd.
Well, looky here. I don't recall giving out invites to Brotherhood of Steel dogs. I bet my boss will give me all the promotion and props I need after I bring him some Brotherhood slaves. Let's see what you trained monkeys can show little old Horace. I may have underestimated your abilities. Oh, wipe that grin off your face. Your Brotherhood is no different from us. We both take what we want from these savages. If you think your cause is any more selfless than ours, you're sadly mistaken.
You've completed the objectives for this mission. Proceed to the exit grid to leave this mission.
Your grace in battle is wondrous to behold, Initiate. The death screams of the bandits reminded me of angels singing. They will think twice before attacking this village again. Initiate, you defended my people as fiercely as a deathclaw protects her cubs. Please accept this ancient gift from us. You are now considered family in my humble village. And of course, all the recruits will be delivered to your base as agreed. Well done. You have our thanks.
Mission complete, warrior. You have dealt with the raiders without hesitation and without mercy. Well done. Every defeat we hand them lessens their numbers and increases our realm of influence. The primitives you saved will be thankful and fearful of the Brotherhood in the future. This is important since the village must learn to live by our strict rules and thus be free. I have to admit it's been a while since an initiate performed so solidly in his first mission. The fact that your actions prevented the loss of a single primitive's life speaks volumes of your ability. To show their respect, they renamed their Brahmin stud after you. The Brotherhood, however, will look favorably on you for your next review. You're dismissed. At ease, warrior. We've underestimated the tenacity of these raiders. Shortly after your victory, the bandits have managed to kidnap the village elder. This is no doubt an attempt to break the spirit of Brahmanwood while they're still suffering from their recent losses. Fortunately, one of our informants within the raider camp has located the tribal father. It appears that the raiders are holding him on the outskirts of the broken town of Freeport in a medium-sized encampment. Your mission is to journey to Freeport, rescue the elder, and get out. Our informant should still be in the area, and he can be identified by the red armor he wears. So you should be able to distinguish him from the other raiders. But remember, while the informant is paid handsomely for his services, he is not a brother of steel and will not stand by your side if matters get complicated. Gather your squad. You are to depart as soon as possible. Dismissed.
Keep it quiet, and I'll tell you what I know. They've got this tribal father stashed away in one of the tents. I can't be sure which one exactly, but he's definitely here. I suggest you do this while everyone's still plastered. We just came back from a successful raid, and everyone's been either drinking or helping themselves to the prisoners. That's all I have for you. I'm not gonna deliver him to you for what you're paying me. Oh, and by the way, we never met. So don't try to talk to me again. I could get killed for helping you. Or worse.
Thank the Brahmin god of rescue you're here. The scoundrels clubbed me from behind while I was making water in the woods, then put me in a sack. A sack! Me! It's obvious that these Cretans were never taught to respect elders. I can tell you little more, but I know that braggart of a raider leader hides his ill-gotten treasures in his tent. Perhaps it might be worth your while to pay him a visit. I am ready to leave. Talk to me again when it is safe for me to dash to safety.
Please, get me out of here and I'll pay you back someday. I don't have anything to give you now, but if you ever visit my town, Great Bend, just ask for Ripley and I swear I'll make it up to you. Please. Please don't let them touch me again.
Well done, warrior. On his safe return, Brahmin Wood's elder informed our inquisitors that he had been moved from camp to camp, presumably to keep his location a secret. Unfortunately, he was forced to wear a hood to prevent him from mapping his route and the location of the bandits' camps. One bit of information was learned. It seems some bandit groups are meeting some kind of opposition in the west. We didn't get any details, but the raiders have never won a conflict with this new presence. This could be just fearful mutterings of superstitious raiders, but it would give reason to their heightened activities in this region. The Brotherhood must investigate this new possible threat. The informant has been paid and is on his way to retrieve information on the new menace. You did well keeping him alive during your mission, and your attention to detail will bring you into high favor with the Brotherhood. Intelligence reports that the woman you freed is not from the surrounding villages. That is not unusual since the raiders' slave network is vast. While you might have saved an innocent from the horrors of captivity, you should have brought her back for interrogation. Do not let sympathy overcome your duty. Dismissed.
Hello, my name is Shari. Tidek over there, my brother. We're here to join your Brotherhood. We have both been very inspired by your deeds.
I am Tidek. My fellow tribesmen and I have journeyed from Brahmin Woods to join your Brotherhood. All except my sister Shari, who will be returning home with the next merchant wagon.
My brother thinks I should not join the Brotherhood because Brotherhood suggests only having brothers. I believe that both men and women are allowed in the Brotherhood. I am not returning home with the next merchant wagon.
At ease, warrior. It's time to test your abilities, initiate. We have reports of a large gathering of bandits in one of their main camps. This gives us an opportunity to cripple future activities without having to hunt them down. We will no longer tolerate their presence in our region. We have received further intelligence that the camp possesses some kind of device acquired from the new menace. Our scribes would very much like the opportunity to study this device and see what they can piece together. Your objectives are twofold on this mission. Your first objective is to retrieve the device. Your second objective is to eliminate all trace of bandits in the region. It is time the inhabitants of the wasteland learned that there is only one power in this region. The taking of Raider prisoners is not authorized. Do you understand, Initiate? I want their bones bleaching in the wasteland sun! Failure is not an option. Dismissed.
You're not allowed to be here. Bo stuff you down pants.
Are you from the Brotherhood of Steel? Oh, thank goodness you're here. My name is Dyson. I was on the way to your base to offer my services when I was apprehended. Once I told them I was a scribe, I was separated from the others and brought here to study this device. I have no idea where they stole it from, but its construction is like nothing I have ever seen. Listen, you can have the artifact if you like. Just get me out of this awful place. So, it's a deal? Excellent. Talk to me again to signal when it's safe for me to make a run for it. I'll meet you back at your base.
This mechanical arm must surely be the artifact that the Elder spoke of. You must now destroy the Raiders to complete your objectives.
You're either real smart or real stupid for coming to my neck of the woods. Nobody, not even the Brotherhood, raids my camp. Get 'em, boys, and try and save $1 for my sweet little Daisy. Kill 'em quick! We got bigger problems than this out west. You might have beaten old Jesse, but you got bigger problems than me. We'll see how your pretty little soldiers fare against those monsters.
Oh, some fine-looking bucks in your group, stranger. I might have to keep one or two of you as personal slaves. We'll see how well you ride.
With the mechanical arm in your possession and the raiders dead, your objectives are complete. Proceed to the exit grid to leave this mission.
Oh, you please free Nanook. Daisy not nice to Nanook's little tribal. She do bad things, things that hurt. Nanook now have bad rash that smell. Please free Nanook. I need to see medicine man soon. I run now. Must find shaman quick.
Congratulations, warrior. You have made history today. The raider leaders have been eliminated and their forces smashed. You will be interested to know that all the raider bodies will be displayed in proper crucifixion throughout the region to discourage those that would follow the same path. Their base will make an ideal outpost for the Brotherhood, since most of their resources are intact. A great victory, but keep a level head. There's a saying in the Brotherhood, there is always another enemy. The mechanical device you retrieved is a curious one. Our scribes believe it to be a replacement for a human who has lost his natural arm. What stands out the most is that it seems to be recently manufactured, and not even the Brotherhood can craft technology in that advanced fashion. But in time we will learn its secrets and use that knowledge to further the cause of the Brotherhood. Freeing the captured scribe was a wise decision. His knowledge of the device will be useful. He seems in good health and is recovering from captivity quickly. He will go through initiate training immediately. Keep this up, and one day you may be assigned to Dagger Squad. Dismissed. Our work in this region is complete, warrior. The time has come to expand. We'll be shifting the focus of our operations to the new bunker in the south. Take your squad and rendezvous with us there.
With your initiation now over, the Brotherhood reveals to you their highest objective. Fragments of data left over from before the Great War showed that the ancients spent many years constructing vaults to house the survivors. Recently acquired data, however, points to the creation of an enormous supervault. This nucleus of the vault network was built to protect the greatest minds of the time and would be the spearhead of post-war civilization. If the Brotherhood could find this vault and activate its systems, they would have access to technology resources previously undreamed of, as well as access to the ancients themselves. But the journey to the calculated location of Vault Zero would be perilous. A large army and a vast area of operations would be required for a mission of this magnitude. They planned to follow the roaring river to the south, forging alliances, gaining fresh recruits, and, if necessary, eliminating aggressors. Bunkers will be established in each new region to firmly establish a secure area of operations. When the Brotherhood's rule in the region is undisputed and their ranks are brimming with new recruits, the real campaign will begin, heading back towards the mountains.
At ease, Initiate. As you know, the Brotherhood has been expanding south. However, our supply lines are thin and thus being targeted by all sorts of bandits and raiders. We have received a distress call from one of our squads acting as escort to a supply wagon passing through the town of Macomb. The single unit has been separated from the main group, and the road behind him has been blocked off. Our warrior is holding the fort for now, but he could fall any minute. He needs immediate backup. Your mission is to journey to Macomb and relieve the survivor of his duty. You are then to escort the supply vehicle through the town. Keep in mind that not only bandits will attack our supply trains, the vast majority of the surrounding populace are hungry and desperate. Our supply wagons carry food, weapons, and medical supplies, the three most sought-after commodities in the wasteland. Good luck. And initiate, buckle up. Dismissed.
It's about damn time some backup showed up. All right, the original escort squad is pushing up mutated daisies. Everyone in this forsaken town wants what's in these supply vehicles. It's not a pretty situation here. Every 20 feet is another roadblock that has to be cleared. These people are vile and little more than animals, so shoot first and watch your back. The keys are in it. Good luck, and I'll see you back at the base.
Stay back! I can defend myself! Don't you bottom-feeding bonehead bandits get it? I don't have anything you want! All I had were my glasses, and you bastards made me drop them when you chased me. Leave me alone, I can't see. I'm sorry for yelling, but I've been having a lot of trouble lately. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Philip, and this is my humble abode. Macomb might not be much, but it's my home. I spend my time collecting books and even educating some of Macomb's less hostile inhabitants. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, a group of cretins attacked me while I was foraging for books. I escaped without harm, but I lost my glasses during the chase. If you can find them, I would be most grateful.
Oh, you brought glasses for me. Let's see if the prescription is close. Just about perfect. Well, thank you, my friend. Wow, that's a lot of scars. Let me guess. Did you light your face on fire and try to put it out with an ice pick? Just kidding, friend. I read that in a joke book. Anyway, thank you for your kindness. Here, take this book as a token of my appreciation.
At ease, warrior. You carried out your objectives to the letter. I have received word that our supply vehicle has reached our expansion base, which is now thriving. This will be the last time our supply vehicles are hindered. As we speak, there are 3 extermination squads being dispatched to Macomb to remove the assorted riffraff. Those who aren't killed will pay back the Brotherhood's generosity by serving in labor camps. Your vigilance and your perseverance has not gone unnoticed. Fine job, warrior. Dismissed. As you know, the Brotherhood maintains a vast arsenal of weaponry and armor. Most of our equipment consists of the usual conventional assortment. However, some of our more advanced equipment requires fusion batteries to function. Until we regain the technology to manufacture our own batteries, we must acquire these power sources elsewhere. This mission centers on a tribal village in the area of Peoria. Intelligence reports that the tribals built their village over a pre-war storehouse of fusion batteries. While they guard these batteries zealously, it is doubtful that they understand their function. While these savages no longer surprise me with their Neanderthal antics, do not underestimate them. They fight well enough to thrive in the wasteland, and their religious zeal, however misguided, gives them strength. You will use any means available to retrieve at least 3 fusion batteries. But remember, warrior, some fights can be won without drawing blood. Who knows? One day the Peoria region might supply some able-bodied recruits. You are dismissed.
My ancestors welcome you. I, Chief Chevron, Chief Wachuto. My people live here in peace since night fire pour from sky. It is hard life, but we survive. I understand you require some of, what do you call them? Oh, fusion bats. Sadly, Wachuto cannot help you, friend. They kept where bad spirits go wait for entrance to hell. These very bad spirits, friend, kill my people and make bad smell. You chase away bad spirit, you may have bats and leave friend of Wachuto people.
I am Dal, spirit seeker of the Wachutu tribe. I sense you wish to enter the caves. Listen to me, then. Our small village has lived in isolation since the day of fire. Life was hard, but we remain true to our gods by not marrying outside the village. We must keep our bodies as pure as our faith. But the evil spirits have been hungry for our souls. Since the home of these spirits lie between life and death, their aura will poison your very life force. Any Wachuto who ventured there returned with vomit fever. If you are to go there, you must carry these blessed pebbles. The vomit fever cannot affect those of my people who have swallowed the pebbles. Here, take these. I blessed them with my own magic. I am Dal, spirit seeker of Wachuto. I have spoken. I sense you are curious about the vomit fever. Listen to me then. The vomit fever is sometimes fatal. It brings vomit and burning heads to people. Skin becomes like dry ground, the tongue swollen like stubbed toe. Red ground of teeth weeps blood. It is an evil spell cast by vengeful spirits. The ancients had a cure for this curse, and I have sought it out. It is in the trunk inside my hut, but I do not know how to use it. Eating it only made pain in stomach and run to middens. Smoking it only made a bad smell. You are welcome to take some, if you like. I am Dal, spirit seeker of Wachuto. I shall watch over you.
Backup power systems activated. Internal security systems online. Malfunction in turret control system. Repairs initiated. Welcome to the Prioria storage facility.
The wind tells me that you are successful in your quest. The evil spirits fear you might be a warrior of destiny, but it is your aura that sets you apart. I sense that the future of this land can ride on your decisions, or you may let another decide. He is your brother, but he will be reborn. That's all the dead will tell me. I am Dal, spirit seeker of Wachutu. I have spoken.
You're foolish, my friend. I trick you fight spirits, and now you suffer their darkest curse. Your children be born with tails and smell like inside of Deathclaw's stinkhole. His bad curse, no? Understand, as chief, I cannot allow such curse fall upon my village. Here, show you what Chutu is not all bad. You can have another worthless bat. Might make you forget you are pawn of Wachutu. Not make tears that you foolish. We of Wachutu have saying, every elder was once young. Do not understand why you smiled. You're fooled, yet you laugh as if you the champion. Perhaps that is way of your tribe. To keep peace, I give you one more of useless fusion bats.
Excellent work, warrior. You have recovered more batteries than required, as usual. You have taken the extra step to ensuring victory to the Brotherhood. Our energy devices will now be put back into use with our scribes researching the extra fusion batteries. One day we will have the means to make our own, but until then we must scavenge what we can. You've shown great skills in diplomacy with these primitives. While we need recruits, the Wachutu people would require much training and even more special handling. Once the Brotherhood has time, we will teach our savage cousins how to be civilized. We are closer to reuniting the wasteland with each accomplished mission. Soon we will reunite the people and mold all the savages into civilized folk. Superstition will be suppressed, with science and discipline becoming the structure that will allow mankind to grow to its potential. You are dismissed. At ease, warrior. Recently, the township of Quincy has petitioned the Brotherhood for protection from a large group of savages called Beast Lords. This threat is unique because their raiding parties include various monsters from the wasteland, most notably the deadly Deathclaw. The mayor's assistant, Arlene Turling, warned us that these Beast Lords have taken over certain parts of Quincy and are using hostages to ensure they have control over the rest of the town. We believe that Mayor Hillary Eastwood is among those captured. Your mission is to rescue the mayor and assist in dealing with the Beast Lords. Saving the mayor is your first priority. After that, you may decide on how best to neutralize the Beast Lords' hold on the town. Remember, we want Quincy to be an ally to the Brotherhood, so keeping the town as unscathed as possible is of high priority. One more thing. Quincy is home to both humans and ghouls. While most of our elders believe ghouls are almost our equals, I do not agree. Either way, experience has taught me that racial tensions will be present in the town. Ensure that your squads remain focused in the face of such distractions. Dismissed.
Thank goodness you're finally here. Those dreadful savages have captured the mayor. She's being held in the large house in front of us. That building contains the warning siren for the town. If that siren sounds, the Beast Lords have threatened to kill all of their hostages. Understand that you must free Hillary first. As mayor, she's the only one with the key to disable the siren. But be careful. There are at least 2 savages in the same room with her. The siren is on the roof of the building, but only Hillary has the means to turn it off. I had the key to the door where they're holding her, but the leader of the guards took it from me, and I'm sure he would have locked the door. Whatever you're going to do, you'll have to do it quickly and quietly. Good luck.
Thank you for the rescue. I understand that the Brotherhood is interested in forming an alliance with the people of Quincy. There are 3 more hostage situations, so let's make a deal. My daughter is being held in the town hall and being guarded by death claws. You must find a way to rescue her. If she dies, you might as well go back home. We have a number of townsfolk being kept in the room housing the power generator for Quincy. We need these people freed without destroying the machinery. Finally, Quincy's most experienced war hero, Felix Stiles, is being held inside the barracks. Rescuing him means a lot to me and the people of Quincy. Take this key to disable the siren. You have to do that first or this town is finished. I know this is asking a lot, but there aren't any other options. You best get started. The power generator room has been rigged with explosives. The Beast Lords have threatened to detonate the explosives, destroying both the generator and our townsfolk if they suspect trouble. If they do this, I'll be out of office and the Brotherhood can look elsewhere for an alliance.
You've completed the objectives for this mission. Proceed to the exit grid to leave this mission.
Oh, thank you so much. I was so afraid. Those horrible savages put me in here with all those creatures. I thought they were going to eat me. Well, I'm going to rest and then find my mom and Arlene. They're probably worried that some death claw's eating me right now. Bye. Huh? Well, Arlene and I grew up together in this little town. We used to play with the ghouls when we were little girls. We never thought the ghouls were bad. In fact, they were very gentle with us. But Mother found out and she forbade us to play there ever again. I hope the ghouls are alright too. They have it bad enough with all the regular humans harassing them.
I am Elliot. The ghouls here call me their leader, but that's just 'cause no one else wanted the job. Please, Outlanders, you have to help us too. I know we're just a bunch of ghouls, but we get scared and bleed just like pure-blood humans. We might not be able to offer the same amount of resources as the Quincy purebloods, but we got something to offer too. We'll fight, but we don't stand a chance against those death claws. What do you say? It'd be a shame for me to die a day before I turn 150 next week. I can't believe the firepower you guys are packing. I gotta thank you for your help, but maybe you can help us even more. The damn cannibals abducted my brother Gorgie and took him to the northern part of the Ghoul Quarter. Considering how fast you guys creamed those bastards, this should be no problem. Thank you. I just heard that you got Gorgie's sloppy ass out of trouble. Strangers, I am forever in your debt. If you accept ghouls in your ranks, we'd be honored to sign up for your Brotherhood.
You want to fight humans? Then fight me! I will strip the flesh from your bones. This town is now mine!
You are a warrior's warrior, my friend. My name is Felix Stiles, and I am in your debt. If you don't mind, I'd like to rest here until I work the life back into my old legs and ankles. Those ropes don't allow much room for circulation.
Thank you for saving Hillary's life. She's a great mentor and the strongest leader this town has ever had. She was my teacher when I was a child. When she took me in after my parents died, she became like a mother to me. The whole town owes you its gratitude for saving her.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how we can repay you. Tell your commanders that the town of Quincy is honored to join the Brotherhood, and whatever resources we have are at its disposal. All these years, I never thought people such as you existed. You have done more than just rescue a town warrior. You have returned something to me that I lost when I was just a girl, something that I didn't even know was missing. You have given me back my spirit. May you find the happiness one day that I now feel. Farewell, my hero. Well, you have managed to save my daughter, and you have done well in spite of the horrific odds. I thank you, strangers, for coming to the aid of my town. For that, you shall have your alliance. Let the Brotherhood and the town of Quincy be strangers no longer. I will inform your commanders that you have performed well enough to secure the alliance. Farewell, warrior.
Well done, warrior. You have done extremely well given the circumstances. Your tactical cunning, combined with your ability to assess the situation, has saved the lives of all the hostages. The Brotherhood now all but owns the township of Quincy. Well done, warrior. All new information reports that the Beast Lords join their monster associates in the consumption of human flesh. This abomination will not be tolerated anywhere within the reach of Brotherhood forces and will be dealt with permanently soon enough. Our scribes are very curious about this apparent symbiotic relationship between man and monster. In the future, we must retrieve more information before the scribes can be expected to produce an accurate explanation. The ghouls of Quincy are overjoyed by your dedication to protect them along with their human counterparts. As a result, there are now ghouls applying for membership into the Brotherhood. The elders believe that their inherent resistance to certain toxins make up for their subhuman frailties. I pray the Brotherhood can remain pure at heart with this foul taint. Dismissed.
Hey, soldier! You're the one who saved Quincy from those beast lords. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. The name is Bradley. It ain't often that a pureblood will risk their necks to save some ghouls. Once I saw you in action, I knew I would have to apply to the Brotherhood. I hope we fight side by side one day.
Who are you? Oh, hello. They call me Patches. Don't rightly know why. Oops! Hey, that's mine. Don't step on it. Whoops! There goes my nose again. Gets that way in this weather. Give me a sec here. I just gotta adjust my appendages. Know what I mean? Oh, man. There he goes again. Just don't tell me to keep an eye out for something. I am... might take it literally. Get it? Get it? Yeah, well, everyone's a critic. Guess I'll see you later. I gotta pull myself together.
Welcome, warrior. We now know that the Beast Lord's lair lies within an underground labyrinth in the region of Marden. The cannibals have delayed our expansion long enough. Your primary objective is to crush these abominations so the Brotherhood can move on. Our scribes believe that they have found something that might help your mission. They think that the Beast Lords are somehow controlling the monsters and the raiding parties. It is believed that control over the creatures is achieved through some form of symbiosis or possibly even telepathic suggestion. What doesn't add up is how they can control intelligent deathclaws, since the scribe's study insists that only creatures of base intelligence would succumb to the controlling force. This leads up to your secondary objective. If we can learn to control these deathclaws and use them to further the cause of the Brotherhood, we could very well expand our region of influence all the way to the West Coast. It is a chance, but not such a great chance that you should jeopardize your first objective. Depart as soon as you assemble your squad. Dismissed!
Have you come to kill me? Surely you wish to kill the source of the Deathclaw infestation. Kill me and allow my young a chance at freedom. I cannot live another day knowing I am the very collar that holds my children in bondage. You hesitate. Maybe there is another answer. Maybe you can set me free and allow a mother's vengeance. Free me and I will bathe in their leader's blood and feast on his hot, quivering flesh.
So, the Brotherhood of Steel comes to destroy us. We are the animal spirits of this land. You will feed my pets, yes. Kill them, my beasts. Kill them so I can bathe in their blood. This is how I steal your power, steal your thoughts.
Yes, at last! I am free at last! My children, you are slaves no more. Duh! I will suck the marrow from your bones!
You have discovered the hold the Beast Lords have on the Deathclaws. Now, eliminate the Beast Lord leader.
What trickery is this? No, it cannot be. You fools! She cannot be trusted. You have doomed us all!
With the death of the Beast Lord leader and the discovery of the Beast Lord's control of the Deathclaws, your squad has finished its objectives. Return to your drop-off point for evac.
You fight as if you were from my own brood, warrior. My children are now free due to your selfless act. Thank you for your trust. I have much to think about. I would speak with your leaders after I have gathered my brood around me.
Excellent work, warrior. The Beast Lords have been eliminated, and the monsters are no longer under their control. News of our victory has already reached the surrounding towns. The Brotherhood's reputation alone will now have new recruits flocking to our front door. Our scribes were correct on the Beast Lord's relationship with their animal lackeys. The Beast Lord's inherent telepathic suggestion is a unique ability. It's acquired through prolonged exposure to an unknown radiation present within Marden's underground caves. Unfortunately, we will not be able to duplicate this feat. The scribes explained that this unique mutation only manifests in humans that have been exposed for at least 20 years. But it is of little matter, since science and discipline will always be victorious over ungodly mutation. These are strange times, warrior. The Deathclaw matriarch spoke to our elders today. It seems that her gratitude is genuine, and that she is allowing some of her spawn to remain behind when her brood moves on. These Deathclaw young are to be treated as honorary initiates to the Order. Plans are already underway to create a special unit to help assimilate these unusual recruits into our ranks. Personally, I have my misgivings towards these dangerous creatures. I do not believe they should be allowed to fight beside our paladins. However, the elders insist on this. Between you and me, brother, sometimes I wonder if the old elders were right. Dismissed. Again, we are victorious, but we cannot rest on our laurels. The time has come again to shift our operations to the new bunker. Take your squad and rendezvous with us there.
The Brotherhood's ranks have grown, and with their swollen numbers, they find themselves coming closer to the ultimate goal. The time to expand is now. Leaving an outpost behind, the warriors begin moving westward, into a region known as the Belt. It is a scarred and desolate land, filled with death and the relics of a time before. Those who dwell here have scraped together a bleak existence, built on blood and grim determination. These isolated people are as hard as any in the wasteland. Pressuring these people to join the ranks of the Brotherhood will not be easy. Many will not understand the Brotherhood's glorious vision to reunite the people. Some resistance is expected. While the inhabitants are dangerous, the land itself has the power to stir up fearful memories in some of the generals and elders. They tell of the ill-fated flight across the mountains and how their mighty airships were torn apart. Old lore and surviving data suggests that at least one of the great Brotherhood Zeppelins was lost in this very region. If it were located, there is a chance the equipment and supplies it contained could be salvaged and returned to the noble purpose for which they were intended. There may even be survivors, but few hold any real hope of this. Only time will tell.
Well met, hero. My name is Initiate Tiduk of Brahmin Wood. I understand if you do not remember me, for I was one of many tribals. Your heroic actions that saved my village have inspired me and my sister, Shori. I hope the Brahmin god of battle will allow us to fight side by side one day.
My greetings, hero of Brahmin Wood. I am Shari, captain of the new initiate class. Thank you for saving my home. My dream is to make you proud of the people that you've done so much for. I will try to follow your footsteps.
Well met, warrior. Well met. I am pleased to tell you that I have just achieved the initiate rank. I pray that the Brahmin god of epic battle will allow us to fight together. It would shake the wasteland forever. Unfortunately, my sister Shari also is here, and she is now in charge of the new initiates.
My greetings, hero. Guess what? I made it past initiate training. Not many of our tribe did, and I was at the top of the class. It is memories of you and your squad that gave me the strength to meet each challenge. Now they made me captain of the new initiate class. I'm even in charge of Tiduk. I must prepare for my group's first mission. Farewell, brother.
I have to admit that I do not like taking orders from one better suited to raise children. Your Brotherhood ways are strange. Very strange to Tiddock.
Come in, warrior. Please be seated. My name is General Decker, and I'll be briefing you for this specific mission. At 0900 yesterday, while on patrol, Fang Squad encountered a large contingent of heavily armed super mutants in the region known as St. Louis. They fought bravely against this overwhelming force and managed to radio in a distress call right before they were annihilated. 8 battle-hardened squads led by General Barnaky rushed to the scene and are now in pitched combat with the super mutants. While we were able to push them back initially, our losses have been staggering. As a result, we need to pull our forces out of there immediately. This battle is lost. General Barnaky has requested to have your squad rendezvous with his mobile command center and execute the evacuation of our wounded brothers. I've read your file, and I fully agree with General Barnaky's faith in you and your squad. From your lessons, you should recall that super mutants are genetically engineered soldiers that are strong, tough to kill, and can easily carry weapons that most people would mount on assault vehicles. They are to be handled with extreme caution. You are going into heavy combat unlike any you have experienced before. Remember to follow General Barnaky's direction. He'll get you out safe. Take an APC and facilitate the evacuation of any wounded squad members. You are to get in and get out. No heroics. I want this to be a by-the-book search and rescue operation. Trust in your weapons, warrior, and they will see you home safely. Dismissed.
Oh! This one's a general by his markings. Keep this one alive and bring him to my inner sanctum. I'll wager there's a lot of information in that shriveled old gray head. Some hot poker stabbing his manhood will loosen up his tongue, I'll wager. It always does.
Brothers, I thought I'd been left. They got the general. Bastards took him alive. They killed everyone else. Wired me up with some C4. It's a trap. You gotta help me. I know I should have warned you earlier, but... Look, I don't want to die. Get this freaking rig off me. Do it, grunts! You guys are expendable. I'm a senior. They got Barnaky. He saw me hiding and he was screaming for me to kill him, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. God, I had a cleared shot, but I know if I fired, those damn muties may have seen me. Some mutants found me anyway after that. Those bastards were laughing as they tied this rig to me. God help me. I should have taken that shot.
Fang Squad didn't make it. Salvage any equipment. Recovering the bodies for burial will have to wait. Proceed to your next objective.
It's about time some backup got here. Paladin Solo, commander of Talon Squad. It's not pretty here, brother. They're dropping bombs like it's the Great War. My troops are toast. I'm taking what's left of my unit and pulling out. Don't pull any punches with these muties. I watched one charge face first into some rough crossfire and laugh off the pain. Pull that APC up and tend to my soldiers. I can walk, but my squad needs medical attention. I'm not leaving until you get them on their feet. Hope you've still got a medic.
Paladin Solo and her troops are now inside the APC. Drive them back to the evac point. Welcome back, warrior. The elders have assigned me to be your commanding officer until we have further news of General Barnaky's whereabouts. Your former superior was a fine general, one of the best that I had the honor to serve with. Losing him has been a heavy blow to us all. The Super Mutant Army destroyed a total of 6 full squads of our brothers. This is a large setback for the Brotherhood, since those squads contain some of our finest veteran soldiers. We shall not forget our brothers who fell in the line of duty, nor shall we let these feelings get in the way of our duty. Rest assured that intelligence searches for the general even as we speak. Until we have a lead on where the enemy is keeping him, you will be receiving all mission briefings from me. Go rest, warrior. You deserve it. After you are done recovering and grieving for our comrades, report back for your next mission. You are dismissed. We have suffered another setback, brother. Most of our intelligence operatives were killed in the surprise ambush last night. I can scarcely believe it myself, but we now have to accept the possibility that the super mutants are familiar with our covert methods. What is left of our intelligence ops has discovered the location of one of the super mutant staging areas. The mutants have a semi-permanent military base in the rubble-strewn city of Jefferson. Additional reports describe multiple generators are supplying power directly to one large structure. Our scribes believe that this structure is a weapons manufacturing plant. You have 2 objectives to complete here, warrior. The first is to render all of these power generators permanently inoperative. Without power, their factory is useless. Your second objective is to force the mutants into a rout. If we can get them running, they'll lead us to either their main base or to General Barnaky. Gather your squad and leave immediately. Dismissed. Power generator 1 destroyed. Power Generator 2 destroyed. Power Generator 3 destroyed.
You are such a fool. You think you're doing the Wasteland a favor by fighting us? We are the Wasteland's last chance. The menace from the West doesn't know pity, or remorse, or fear, and it will not stop until everything is dead. Only super mutants can stop this threat. And we need this lab to solve our sterility problem, to build up our numbers. You fight on the side of ignorance. I fight for salvation.
Huh? Who are you, and why are you here? Oh, dear. Your Brotherhood. Please, don't destroy my research. You realize what kind of resources and luck it took to make a functioning lab like this? We're so close to a cure. So close. What would the Brotherhood gain by destroying this research? Please, just leave me and my equipment alone. We can't stop now, do you understand? This is my people's last chance!
Power Generator 4 destroyed. All power generators have been destroyed. Mission objectives complete. Proceed to the exit grid to leave this mission. Good work, brother. It seems the scribes were mistaken. The mutants were conducting research on irradiated DNA and not manufacturing weapons at this location. But you did the right thing by completing your objectives and destroying their power generators. There's an old Brotherhood saying, better to err on the side of caution. This is war, and they are the enemy. Further reports indicate that our maneuver was successful. The mutants are pulling out of the area in droves, with the main force divided into 4 separate groups, each heading in a different direction. 2 of the smaller groups seem to have an erratic course, quite possibly a decoy tactic. Of the remaining large groups, one is traveling deep into the wasteland, while the other seems to be heading towards a small town. We will have to investigate both. I also want to inform you that Repo Squad has recovered the mutant scientific equipment back to our base, where research will be allowed to continue on mutant sterility. If we can find the cure, it may prove to be quite the bargaining chip. Well done, warrior. Well done. Dismissed. At ease, brother. Scouts have followed one of the fleeing mutant groups to Kansas City. As we suspected, we have discovered another mutant base. But an assault on this compound will have to wait, for our scouts have made quite a discovery. One of our scouts stumbled upon the ghoul town of Gravestone. What little is known about the town suggests that it was a major nuclear launch site before the war. The peaceful ghoul population which resides there are suspected to be directly descended from the original Silo staff. They are seeking our help due to super mutant attacks. These attacks mean the super mutants are after something the ghouls have. This leads us to believe that something might be an intact nuclear bomb. I shudder to think what the super mutants would do with such a destructive device. You will go to Gravestone and talk to the ghoul bishop. Assure him that we will defend him and his town in exchange for the very bomb coveted by the mutants. An attack is imminent, and it will take some time to get enough squads to fully safeguard the town. Your squad must hold off the mutants until Smear and Shadow squads arrive. Protect the ghouls of Gravestone, and don't let the bishop die. His knowledge of the nuke will be all we have. We will send Repo Squad to collect the nuke when the bishop consents. The quartermaster will supply you with some Rad-X and Rad-Away. We advise you to monitor your radiation levels at regular intervals. Dismissed.
Greetings. I am Defcon II, son of T-. Welcome to the Holy Land of Gravestone. Your elders want Plutonius, our idol of the supreme nuclear power. The mutants want Plutonius too, but they have no respect for our launch. As Bishop of Gravestone, I am the sworn caretaker of the sacred idol of Plutonius. You wish to remove our idol to within the confines of the Brotherhood, yes? Well, if you are mighty enough to stop the pagan mutant threat to my flock, you may take our divine patron of atomic fission. Can I have a Helineutron?
You have successfully eliminated all of the super mutant commanders. Return to the Ghoul Bishop.